This is Tyler Lloyd, coach for the Overwatch team here at Penn Manor, and I am joined by,
Jay Pipitone, the shoutcaster for our Overwatch as well as Rocket League.
indeed. So if you're hearing some sound in the background, that is both our varsity and our JV teams. We shoutcast directly from the game space here at Penn Manor. So when they get excited about things, you will occasionally hear it. Um, so we are queued up right now, waiting to find our match here in the Hessel Generation Esports League. So we're just kind of waiting on that. In the meantime, we're going to manage a few technical things. We have Christian Lapp here, who is helping us with a few things as far as volume control and things of that nature. So I'm just kind of working a few things out while we figure that out. Christian, does that sound good to you? I'm going to assume that's a yes. Um, Jay, we're sitting on a 2-1 record for varsity right now. How do you anticipate things going today for varsity?
Well, if they play like they did last game,
Hmm.
I'm expecting some big things. I think they played very well, very solidly, and really dominated their opponents. So I think if they keep up the communication and really just keep their wits with them and keep up that pressure and keep up their comms, I think they're definitely going to be a force to be reckoned with.
Yeah, I agree. They've been a little shorthanded. You have players playing roles that can be challenging for them, I think sometimes. We don't have as many players who are able to kind of move between roles very easily. So we end up with a dearth of character choices, which limits our strategies. Going into these later games, as we face more challenging opponents, we have to ask ourselves: Are we going to be able to adapt to what the enemy is doing? Or are we going to be stuck in the kind of strategies that we've been practicing for so long? And that's really one of the things when you think about esports at the high school level. Part of it's about growth, about adaptation, learning to overcome problems. And I am eager to see if they're able to do it. I think this is going to be a challenging match right here as we face more challenging opponents in this league. It might get a little tough here, Jay.
Of course, but esports and competitive gameplay is all about overcoming that challenge and
Hmm.
um, if you do manage to lose, what you're gonna take from that loss, and if you're gonna let it dwell and sour, and you're
Mm.
gonna become weaker, or if you're going to let it empower you and you thrive, and you're
Hmm.
gonna let it make you better.
So this is one of the things, I was talking to Herzog a little bit about this. Herzog is the head coach for the program, and he talked about how some of the Overwatch teams, their greatest strength is how they react to losing, and how positively they take every success, even in a losing match. And I really hope to see that from Overwatch Varsity today. I do think we have our matchup, so I'm going to bring the stream over to Brock, the team captains. There we go. So we are getting a little bit of feedback there. That's all right. Sorry, Twitch stream. So going into the match today, we're gonna be setting this up. I'm pretty excited to see what we can achieve here. We've been on Hog and Sigma quite a bit for the past few weeks here. Um, they can be difficult to push into a point that way. I'm not certain we're going to be able to adapt to that need. And so I think the real test here today is going to be our ability to kind of on the fly change up our strategies for success.
For sure. I mean, a lot of this game is about adapting to your opponents, finding their weaknesses, capitalizing on
Hmm.
it, playing to your strengths, but also being able to counter your opponents.
Hmm.
It's definitely a fun way to play. It is a lot more challenging. That's why you got to get good at so many different characters. And you've been saying some of our team might not be on their strongest suit, but that's just more learning opportunities for our
Hmm.
team, and we will just have to continue to play, strengthen our knowledge with the characters so we can take out our opponents.
Sure. So we have the enemy team logging in here. Brock has set up the game here. Now, as I recall, we're going to start on a control map, effectively King of the Hill. It is a real test of a map because it's basically a constant fight over one area. So we really see which team is going to be able. We really need to be able to see, are we able to win a team fight and win it consistently? That's the real test there. All right, one sec here, stream, while I get a couple things set up as well. Do. There we go. All right.
Excellent.
So we're going into map choice, map bans for the beginning. So the way this league works is this is best 3 out of 5. We're going to start off with control maps. Because we are the host team, the visiting team gets to choose a map to ban, which they've banned Oasis in this case. A map with a lot of vertical geometry to it. Um, it's a map where you're often on high ground, then back down on the low ground, up and down. It's challenging in that way. We do have a bit of a bathroom break for the opposing team, but that's life. And then we're going to be able to choose from, I believe, what are the other two choices here for control on map one in this league? I tell you what, Jay, we've played in so many leagues, it starts to get difficult to
I bet,
remember all these.
especially with all the diverse map choices.
Yeah, yeah, for sure. Oh, okay, here we go. Brock is helpfully typing some of this up. So we have Lijiang Tower as one option for them, which it looks like Penn Manor is going to settle on Lijiang Tower, which is a map we often have practiced on. In the last league that we played in, it was actually the first map that every game started on. So we played on Lijiang a lot, a whole lot.
I've just been double checking that you're not getting any echo from me.
No, I don't believe that I am. I think we're doing good there. Like I
Just
said,
checking on his end because I hear myself.
oh, do you?
I just wanted to make sure.
One moment, stream. All right, jumping into Lijiang Tower. Penn Manor is going to go with we have Reinhardt, Josiah on Sombra, a character he's really been showing off a lot of this season. Elena is going to run Zarya to back up Tex Reinhardt. Healers, a lot of direct healing here, a lot of main healer energy coming out here from Carter, CL07 on Baptiste, and Luis Domuz on Anna. Now, Luis was formerly the team captain for the JV squad last semester, but he impressed so much that he made the Varsity squad this semester. Really looking forward to seeing more from him in the future. He's got great instincts, and is just a really solid team player.
Yeah, it's definitely a fun game when you got some diversity in your team comp and play to your strengths, like we talked about earlier. I
Hmm.
saw some cool things with the Sombra coming out in our last game,
Yep,
and I saw Soldier putting up some big kill numbers, as well as the tanks keeping us all protected, and the support's really doing a great
for
job of
sure.
keeping everybody at a good health.
So great hack from Sombra in the rear, using some really aggressive positioning to basically shut down the defensive abilities of the enemy tanks here. That's going to really make a lot of room for the rest of the team to push in, get a lot of damage in. Great grenades coming out from Luis. The Diva is going to really struggle to deal with the kind of damage that a fully charged Zarya is putting out. Here's Elena, almost fully charged already into this game. Just shredding everyone in front of her. Yep, there it is. Oh, she just barely gets away. They utilize Reinhardt's shield well to back up. Great disengage from the enemy team here. We do push them out of the space. Fantastic job there. Whoop. Shatter comes out from Tech on Reinhardt, and the hammer just goes swinging. They clean
Ryan
up.
doing a great job of utilizing that ult, making his opponents Incapacitated,
Indeed.
so they could just get some easy picking.
Team's looking for better positioning here. Carter on Baptiste using his booster, Exo Boost jump, I think. This character's such a mess of abilities to get a better position both for damage and healing. Gotta watch out for some snipes from Hanzo, however. Even further back for Luis, trying to find the right position for himself here. Up top we have Reaper, or no, Soldier with Visor ready to go. But it looks like he might hold on. We're going to lose this fight, it
Soldier up top looking
seems.
for some extra damage.
Yep. And he's going to disengage as well. They're going to reset. Whoop. Some crazy runs there. Dodges it behind, and he is good to go. All right, some more scouting coming in from Sombra. She's on EMP now, probably looking for an optimal moment to start a team fight that really should be a wipe if this goes off correctly. Oh, just a quick and easy.
Looking for a hack, couldn't quite
Yeah,
get it.
almost lost her life for that one. All right, pushing forward. Here comes the ult from McCree, ult from Hanzo. If we can waste both those DPS ults here, that's going to be a significant win just on the ult economy battle there. The Reinhardt v Zarya match, difficult. Not doing enough damage there to really make a difference. Fully charged, though. If she can survive, that would have been a lot of damage, but unfortunately it is not. Good cleanup from the enemy team here. Hopefully Baptiste can get out of here without getting picked off himself. There we go. Being pushed back to respawn a bit here, but that's not uncommon for this stage of the map. There's the EMP coming out. Nano Visor after that. This is 3 ultimates, 4 ultimates,
A
5 ultimates.
huge
Oh
ultimate by
no.
2, maybe 3 of our players.
That was 5 ultimates, Jay. That was 5
That was
ultimates.
5.
So we had the
All
EMP follow, we had Grav, we had Window, we had Nano, and we had Visor. The only one that I think didn't come out was what didn't come out at that point? Shatter, I think, from Tech. This is rough. We've really flipped this game, but we lost a lot of value. Yep, there it is. There's the Shatter.
It's unfortunate.
He's doing what he can to back them up. Cleaning up the Baptiste. Okay. So tragically,
Hit
it was
coming through.
just one ultimate we needed
Manor
to take that one.
looks like they're going to cap this back.
Cap it back and maybe stagger McCree if we can manage it. Yep, there we go. That's significant. That'll buy us a few ticks on the clock. You can see up top, 99% to 61%. We need to get to 100% uncontested in order to win this particular round of the map. Map we chose, by the way, so we definitely want to be winning this one. Looks like no hero changes from the visiting team. D.Va coming around on the left, but she is hacked. Not going to make much of a difference. Oof, and we lose
Big
Tech.
ult coming out.
We lose Soldier. This is
Their Hanzo
probably
doing
a
an
fight
absolutely
we can win.
fantastic job.
Yeah, his, usually with Dragon, you need some kind of ultimate to combo it with to really be effective. But in this case, he's just using it to really split Penn Manor, force them to go to either side of the Dragon. And then what the visiting team's doing is they're cleaning up one side or the other, right? They pressure the side that is on one side of the Dragon, eliminate 1, 2, even 3 characters on Penn Manor, and the rest are there for cleanup. So it's one of the great uses of Dragon that I think, people think they need to kill the whole enemy team or even just do damage, period. You don't. You just use it to control the space.
So what do you think went wrong for Ben Manor in that match?
So we panicked a little bit, I think, and blew 5 ultimates on one fight. It was unnecessary. It means that they weren't well used. We might have needed to position better there on that push. But in the end, when we used all 5 ultimates like that, we effectively lost the match because of how deep in the hole we were already on the clock. We weren't going to have time to make up for it. And they kind of showed that by following up with several ultimates. Looks like Pharmacy's coming out for the visiting team. This is a frustrating composition to deal with. Looks like we're on Hog this time. Ooh. Luis takes out There we go. A hack and a hook allows us to take out the mech. Now it's time to break down the shield. Pressing in with Zarya and Hog. Great charge here. I can't say we are really ever looking at Elena's screen and not saying a significant
Opposing Team
charge
Farah
there.
did kill
Excellent.
themselves.
Okay, there we go. Slowly
Looked
doing
like
it,
we're
but
getting
we're
kick
struggling to
picks.
push in is the problem. We need to be able to walk into the point, and this is the issue when you're up against a shield tank and you don't have any real shields yourself.
We sadly have two secondary tanks in. Which are good for damage. Is not the
Ooh,
best for keeping the team
it is not.
out of it.
We lose Hog, and then we lose the point. Team's been really split here, which maybe allowed the tanks to push in on the point there, but unfortunately it meant that we weren't able to really put the pressure into that push that we needed to. And this is, again, like I said, kind of the problem there, right? They just, secondary tanks, they're struggling. Ugh, random arrows. But we do get some punishment out from Tech onto Hanzo. That is significant. Swaps from Sombra over to McCree. He's putting out some
Looks like we
consistent
got a
damage.
McCree for ourselves as well.
Yeah. Great healing coming out from the supports. Look at that hit bar. But that shield's going to do a lot of work. Followed up by the Baptiste Immortality Field. All right.
Unfortunate. That was a great ult, but there's some.
Yeah, it really was. Really did a great job between the Immortality Field and the shield of blocking out our ability to eliminate the Immortality Field, while at the same time making it hard for us to actually push damage doing them as well. Locked out the Grab's effectiveness.
Unfortunate first round. Losing
Well,
both games.
yeah, I don't want to say unfortunate, because here's my thing about that, Jay. It's not luck. Look at this position right here. This is what I'm talking about. That was a very careful placement of ultimates and abilities to get maximum value out of them and counter what Penn Manor was doing. You really have to admire play like that, where it's a symphony of like thought, of abilities, of strategy, and I think it's really excellently done. I want to see us do exactly the same kind of thing, and there are moves we can pull here where we could definitely do that. In fact, it's going to be our map choice again, and I hope to see some strategic gameplay in the way that we're laying our abilities over each other.
For sure. Definitely maybe want to see some beefier tanks coming out. Um, then maybe a little bit more instant damage.
Yeah, we're not quite managing to push the damage through on the tanks. And part of it is we're just struggling to go in and make space for the damage characters to do what they need to do. I will say it seems like the healing's coming out from our supports, so I don't think the issue is there. We just really are struggling with making space for ourselves here. And in a control map especially, that's the major issue. You need to be able to enter into the point and own it. And Reinhardt just is very good at taking a space and saying it belongs to him. And I suspect that's a lot of what we were dealing with there.
Yeah, I definitely think, as well as the Reinhardt swap, we can maybe do a Junkrat or Reaper just for that extra oomph of damage.
We could try to do a kind of shield break composition. If you're talking about, you know, Hanzo, Junkrat, even Farah, depending on the level of hit scan that we're seeing from the other team, which, to be honest, I don't think we've seen amazing aim from them. Their Hanzo was doing pretty well, but a wily Farah can maneuver around that. Echo as well. Looks like they're banning Blizzard World, so Penn Manor's going to go with King's Row, traditional map, big Reinhardt map. Zarya map. So hopefully our roots there, that was the comp we went with pretty regularly last year, will allow us to win back some ground. It's like yeah, Reinhardt and Sigma. Okay, going with double shield. Same kit of supports to put out that focused healing on the tanks as they get focused down. Junkrat, like you mentioned, Jay. Looks like they're having a similar thought to you.
I definitely am already liking this team comp.
Hmm.
What are your thoughts on Orisa instead of Ryan?
So, the thing is, when you go Orisa and Sigma, you have great range damage, but King's Row has a lot of hard corners that you can kind of force a fight around, which negates your range damage somewhat. A character like Reinhardt can hang around behind a corner, like right there, for example, and use his hammer to control the space immediately around it. Um, if we go with Orisa, once they walk into her, they're there. You really are relying on your straightaways, but there's too many opportunities to get away from her damage.
That is true, but she can shut down a Reinhardt pretty easily.
That's true, but who is actually eliminating the Reinhardt? I don't know. With enough healing, I think he survives the damage from her. I think I prefer the Reinhardt pick. I don't know how I feel about the Sigma pick, but I will say this team is really good at the game, and I'm sure it's thought a lot more about this than I have. Looks like they're looping around on the side here. Yep, full rear attack. This didn't work out so great for the visiting team last game, but it looks like they got a little more success using the Mei wall as a kind of improvised cover. Not good enough, though. Penn Manor's going to wipe him out. Good game, easy. All right. So another 3.5 minutes. But, you know, if they just do that again the next 3.5 minutes, that'll be good. So you see a lot of Brawly style damage characters here as well. Like Reaper, Jay is going to really play well with the way that Reinhardt wants to play. Just playing around these corners, letting the enemy come to them. Oh, that's
Some
unfortunate.
great picks coming out.
Yep. Whoo, cleaning up. All right. Nicely done. Nicely done.
We are seeing what I recommended with the Junkrat and the Reaper.
So you really take credit for any success they have here, Jay. Is that what I'm hearing?
I lost you a little bit.
You really take credit for any success that they have here?
You're lagging on my end.
Oh, am I? Oh, sorry about that. Okay. So we have Junkrat put on the damage that he can. Great shatter from the enemy team, but it's going to be negated by the immortality field on our end. Excellent job from Flame putting that out. Great control on not using his ultimate in this moment. Penn Manor is going to push the visiting team back. Go right back up. Great control over the space from Penn Manor here. Excellent job pushing the visiting team off.
A minute 45 remaining.
It's a lot of time.
We will see if that will be the true time.
Ooh, what a dart. In trouble. Anna's in trouble. Yep, there she goes. Great possession to take advantage of it, but she was a bit out there. Still, an amazing ultimate from Reaper's going to clear up the rest of the enemy team. Excellent combination of ults. This is what I'm talking about. So, Sigma raises the visiting team into the sky, and then Reaper ults underneath them, so that none of their defensive abilities can be used to prevent him from taking full advantage of his abilities. This is a serious problem for the visiting team. I think we're about to see an ult from Tech here, once he can find his angle. There it is. Oh, never mind, not even necessary. A little bit of celebration from our support player Luis as he takes out the airborne damage Farah. This is looking really good, Jay. We are close to a minute. They have probably one more push in them, and we're gonna maybe just get a perfect score on this defense here. Hope I didn't speak too soon.
Definitely looks like Penn Manor is more confident on this map than the other.
For sure. I mean, I will say it's almost tradition for us to lose our first map. Okay, looks like they've blocked off the right side. Counter! Can he survive? But we lose a player on that. We lose to Farah there. Rough. Are we going to be able to come back from this? Uh-oh.
Unfortunate.
That's
We're
rough.
looking to pop an alt. Might get something.
There it is.
Maybe some damage. Don't
Nope.
think it's gonna do
Doesn't think it's
anything.
going to happen. A couple kills, though, is nice for some ult charge for Reinhardt. But, yeah. That's 2.5 minutes on the clock on the escort section of King's Row for the visiting team.
Great job by Penn Manor holding that though, giving them the least possible amount of time
Mm-hmm.
that they could have added.
Some free damage for Soldier here, just getting a little bit of ult charge, but doing his part to charge the enemy team's supports as well. Eat a fire strike, break some shields, back it on up. Ooh, he catches some positioning from Pharmacy. Yep. Uh-oh. Yep. Out of position, taken out. This is going to be a problem. I really think they're going to have to swap off a Junkrat here as much as this is working for him. He needs to pop that tire off and then call it.
Soldier does have to be careful. You don't push up too far.
Yep. As is
Hopefully
the
his Ryan
case.
is with him.
Yep. Looks like we're conceding, at least for a little bit now, the push. No real choice here that we've been pushed back so far. There's this. Oh. Both shatters get negated here. This is just really a Reinhardt duel here. Visiting team does manage to push themselves up to the point. Doesn't give them much time on the clock though. 2 minutes.
Ports are trying their best.
We do lose one support here though. Looks like we're going with the Nano
Soldier
Visor
pops
here.
his ult. The Nano comes out.
Oh, great counter charge from the red Reinhardt there as he locks tech into the mail. It's really thoughtful play from a lot of the players here. I can appreciate that. Can we get out there? Nope.
Uh,
All right.
upsetting. Upsetting.
Well, so here's the thing about a map like this. This is by no means over. Um, you've got a whole attack round for Penn Manor, and then all we know is that there is a minute and 35 seconds on the clock for the visiting team. That might mean nothing. Remember how long it took them to take point A from Penn Manor previously. That said, I think they're starting to see that there's a bit of a weakness in Penn Manor in terms of the pharmacy composition. It does seem to be kind of dominating our play in a way that we're struggling to handle.
Shows that we might need to be swap off the short range Reaper. Maybe switch
Reaper,
to a little bit more hit
Junkrat.
scans.
Yeah, we had Soldier, but even so, I mean, Pharmacy is essentially two characters in one. Typically, Soldier's not going to have the punch to deal with that. You need to be supporting him in some way. Looks like they're going to go with Widowmaker to open things up and see if they can just get an early pick or two, and then move into a more reliable damage dealer from there. Unless, Ethan's feeling the Widowmaker today. I hope he is, but I think he's about to get pegged in the head by an arrow from a damage boosted Hanzo. He's not careful. Oh boy, here it is. Let's watch. Now he's telegraphed where he is. Yep, here comes the duel. Just getting some free damage in on Diva. It's not doing what he needs, so he's going to make a swap. Looks like we lost tech on that push. Bad place to be. Gonna need to back up. Elena doing well with her charge already.
attempt for a Maywall, trying to block it for Ryan.
Mm-hmm.
Glee could not get it.
Not quite. Get a res off, but we get a lot of kills there. This is going to be it. There it is. Great shots from Desai here, and that's the point. So, yeah, you can kind of see here, yes, eventually the visiting team did get to the end of the map, but like not with the kind of commanding performance that we're seeing from Penn Manor. This map is clearly Penn Manor's map. They chose it for a reason, and that's a lot of time on the clock right there. Now, hopefully we don't get stuck up around the pub, which is what often happens there, but I'm confident we can pull this off. Oof. Scary to be here as a Pharah.
Pre-fire. Getting a little extra damage. Gotta be careful of that
Yeah, he is
Hanzo.
being hunted. Just barely dodges that.
Oof.
Yep, that shadow's gonna happen. And it looks like we are indeed gonna be stuck at the pub. Dangerous for them to be so pushed up, but the long range damage that Hanzo is capable of here with the damage boost, along with, yep, struggling to maneuver on Farah here. Not a character we're often practicing as a team. Nope.
Unfortunate.
Yeah, that's it.
Nowhere to go.
You could just see it in his eyes there. What was gonna happen, unfortunately. Looks like they've decided to make a swap in terms of supports here. A little too all in on the pharmacy strategy without enough value. Alright, here comes the grab. Throwing out Immortality Field to counter the Hanzo Dragon. Alright, this is a one fight. Now we just got to get it all the way to the endpoint. But in the end, we've ended up with about as much time as the visiting team had when they popped out of winning point A. So we're going to see Penn Manor push up a little bit. Trying to improve Zarya's damage. Protect Reinhardt a little bit. There we go. Great pick from Zarya. Using her beam damage to just pressure everyone else out of here. Oh, here comes a great grenade from Anna, shutting out any support that could be had for that soldier.
Good.
Great tracking there. On the dragon again. Oh! That was a solid boot from D.Va there. Oh, wow. These angles on these D.Va bombs. You know what, though? It never seems fair when my like ankle gets caught by one of those. I hate to see it. Damage boosted Hanzo up top, raining artillery fire down upon the team, making it tough for them to really... Uh-oh. There we go. There's the nano out for our Reinhardt. holding on to grab very smartly here. Here comes the Bob. Great sleep dart from Anna. Someone wakes it up.
There, Hanzo getting some good picks on us.
Yeah, a lot of long range damage coming out of the team now. And we are struggling to deal with that. We're a brawler team. We tend to thrive in chaos here, and we're not getting what we need from this environment. They're a little more orchestrated in terms of how they want to do things. They want to fire their damage from far away and kind of blunt our attack before it ever reaches them. Looks like we're planning something here. All right. Yep. Firing off the dragon to try and counter our push into that grab. Every single ult coming out, seemingly. Yep, that's it. Oh, wow, he lives. Yeah, he's just struggling to make much meaning out of McCree here. The range damage coming out of Ashe and Hanzo is just more significant when you look at it. Reaper trying to get away before he gets picked off. We
Looks
get
like we are now Zaryan Roadhog.
Yep, just trying to get onto the point and stay there.
Trying to get that pick.
Oh, nice
Diva
boot.
does go off. Big
Excellent.
opportunity here.
What did I say about chaos,
Gotta
Jay?
pick off that Ryan.
Ah,
So low, but he couldn't do it.
not quite.
Unlucky. Another game going
Another
to the
game.
opposing.
It is. Okay, so this is 0-2 for Penn Manor, but this is a best of 3. At this point, if Penn Manor loses any more maps in this match, they lose the game. Or I guess any more games in this match. I always confuse myself on the terminology there, Jay. But you know what I mean. Any more maps dropped, that's it. We lose. But if we can just put together a win streak here, we can come back from this. Okay, so wow. What do they got to do to come back from this?
The opposing is just looking like a force.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Um, we've done a good job of trying to counter them, but they've been countering us right back.
I'm gonna ban Rialto. We just need to get in there. Like look at every time we're winning the fights. It's when it's close combat, chaos. We get in there, we mix it up, we make it so they can't take advantage of, let's just admit it's their range superiority. They're using Hanzo, they're using Pharah, and we're not countering it effectively. We need to instead make the fight about a different dynamic. And we're struggling with that. We're not getting in where we need to be. I think it's time for dive, Jay.
Think that's a smart idea. Um, I think utilized the right way, we could definitely maybe see something happen if we're winning those closer range. I think a dive comp might be smart. Maybe like a Doom Diva,
Yeah, can pressure
Winston.
the sky, move in behind, try and bully the range damage dealers. We're struggling because Not sure what's going through their heads right now, Jay. Looks like they're going with Havana here.
Some scary Bastion talk.
Hey, you know, here's the thing: is like people like to trash talk that character, but the truth is he can be played very well. If you stay mobile, you're in and out of your recon mode. The fact is, he's got a highly accurate, um, main gun. When he's not in turret mode, so that can do a lot of work as well. He can shred tanks, he can shred shields, and if that's the problem you're dealing with, he can deal with it. You just have to be quick on your feet. You have to anticipate where you're going to have to be and when you have to move, and this is kind of like the struggle there. Looks like we're going to go with double shields, Reinhardt and Sigma.
Perfect day for some mayhem.
Attackers incoming in 30 seconds. Look after yourself out there. I better find you.
Then I believe if we lose this, that's a wrap, is it not?
It is. Yep. And now this is again one of those maps where it's back and forth. It's not like Control where it's just like 3 and done. Instead, enemy team's going to get a full play on attack. We'll get a full play on attack. If we can't get as far as they did on attack, that's on us. It's hard to say like who that is more advantageous for. I think traditionally we tend to think that like defense first might be better, just in that now you know how far you have to go on attack. So you kind of like know how much you have to put into it. But I don't know, there's something to not having that pressure on you and just doing the best that you can. I think when you are in a situation where you have a lot of pressure on you, you can play sloppy. All right,
At the end of the day,
corner.
game, it's all about having fun.
That is true. You should be trying to do that the whole time. Ideally, this challenge here of winning this game is the fun. All right, so we lose tech. Here comes the dive. Winston Diva. And into double shield, it's tough. Sigma doesn't do well with that kind of close range combat. It's not really his his idea of a good time. Sombra coming in as well to shut down the kind of defenses that they're running. Looks like we made the swap over to Diva. Diva Reinhardt, not a terrible choice here. This Widow, though, from the visiting team is doing a lot of work. Here comes the ultimate from Vegeta. Great shield bash from Vegeta. Counters what was a pretty smart charge, I think, from Tech. He's going to be forced back here. Not where he wants to be right now, stuck in this corner. He is able to distract a lot of the
Do
rest
have
of the
our
team.
support keeping him up.
There we go.
Big picks coming out.
He's going to let himself go there, I think, recognizing that this is not what's working for him. Looks like he's making the swap. Nope, sticking with Reinhardt. All right. With our main tank back, it's up to Sun to protect the rest of the team. She's going in. Finds her opportunities to aggress. We got Genji and Sombra. Solid choices for Vegeta to support. She's going to contest the point now. Just keep putting damage out, using the defense matrix to shield herself. Knocked back. Coming back up. This is the kind of verticality that Diva definitely excels in. She's going to be able to move between the upper and lower points pretty regularly. Pressuring Sombra back.
Especially because she is a tank too. She can take on a lot of those 1v whatever situations.
Exactly, moving really rapidly across the map. window open from Baptiste. Looks like their plan here is to kind of maneuver around, but excellent window here. You rarely see that ultimate used. Whoa, she manages to get off a decent amount of kills with the mech explosion there. Good lord.
That was a great hold by Penn Manor.
It was.
It's
Great
huge
window.
fire diva.
You don't often see window used well, honestly. I was surprised they were able to get off there, but it was a great moment to use it. Really like seeing that come out. And yeah, I honestly, I almost don't even understand how that mech explosion worked the way it did. I didn't have a full grasp of the positioning.
Yeah, I didn't see those two people that it got, but thought maybe one, but
This is,
did end up getting Merce.
somehow, Penn Manor survives the EMP. Amazing. And the Dragon Blade. In case you heard in the background, he comes for me, was the scream that we heard as I think that that Genji Blade bore down on Penn Manor. Positioning for that shatter again. Ooh, there we go. Oh, tragic. Manages to get it off despite the Zenyatta ultimate. Excellent job. But, ooh, and gets the Zenyatta. Can he get healed up? No. That's too bad.
I do believe our JV just finished their game.
Oh, all right. Well, they didn't have a match today.
Oh, they didn't have a
No,
match?
they did not. So I think they're
Just
wrapping up their
practicing.
practice for today. That's correct. All right, here. So we've got, one thing I've been appreciating about the way that the opposing team is playing here is they're coming from some nice angles. All right. All right. One diva with a bunny blaster against the entire. Oh, okay. Well, doesn't work out that time. And she spots the Reaper teleport up there. Oh, this is going to be unfortunate, I think, as we get locked into a small room and picked apart one by one. There it is. Great wall from the Mei to prevent that. So we're sitting on a Reaper ult at minimum here. Interesting ultimate from opposing Reaper.
Alrighty.
Yeah, that was fun to watch.
Really just looked at each other.
Just was like, oh, hey, right. I guess I shouldn't have done that. Anyway, so we've got, oh, great purple from Anna here. We're going to be able to take advantage of it. Solid freezing, though, coming out of Mei. That's brutal. Oh, excellent job there. Is he going to die to a Bunny Blaster? Yep. he is. All right, they're pushing in. Lana trying to hold on. Gets the nano. And there it is. They're cleared.
I do feel like that might be a wrap here.
I believe so. That's going
And
to
it
bring us
is.
to the next round here. That'll put us on attack for Penn Manor. Now, what that's actually going to be is, if you look at it, they push them down to 6.3 seconds. I think they'll end up with a minute, if I recall correctly, Jay. So that's
Yep.
not a lot of time for the push then on the counter push. So long as we can get all the way to the end of the map here, which honestly on Havana is not that hard. Got a little bit of a Genji 1v1 going on over here. Looks like we're looking at Widow again to open things up. This is a pretty common strategy at the start of this map. Hog and Sigma. Some positive talk coming out of the team, as you can hear there, Jay.
Uh-huh.
It can be rough going on a two-game losing streak like that. But as I mentioned, we had to be prepared for a more challenging match this time. And this is a good team that we're playing against. I think we're well matched. This doesn't feel like an overwhelming game, but definitely one in which there's just a few things they're doing that we're not quite putting together.
This would be a interesting game to watch back and see what really was going on, because we watched this and might not be able to pick apart exactly what's going on that's making us lose. But coming back and watching the replay might just be something beneficial, just to look at yourself and be like, okay, I probably shouldn't have done that a little bit.
It always is. Although to be honest, like with the level that Varsity plays at, it can be challenging exactly to pinpoint those moments. There we go. They shouldn't have done that, that's for sure. That mispositioned Nana gets taken advantage of by Roadhog. He's now going in for the kill. Widow gets away. Whoop, taken down by that flame strike there. We have Elena, by the way, on support this time. We made some swaps to player positions. Carter on tank here. Yep, here comes the sniping. Ooh, almost. Where's she coming out? Oh, and he guesses right. Nice job, Ethan. Lewis doesn't care. He's a madman in there with the flail. Look at him go. He didn't care. Whew. All right, we break through.
Pushing this in great time.
Ooh, but a little out of position here. Probably shouldn't have woken her up. There we go. Rock her away. But yeah, you're right. Great time here. 4 minutes. Yep. Whoop, whoop, whoop. All right. Support stick together. But we have Reinhardt on the point now. Are we going to be able to bully him off? Oh, he's been nanoed. It's time to run away. Ah.
Oof.
How does that work? Weird.
They broke the shield just in time.
I guess. It's instantaneous. Here comes the Diva Bomb again. These have been great. But it gets nothing. Wow. Almost. Nice. All right, pushing in. They're going to have to contest it a second here. It's probably, yep, there he is. Tanks come in, but they got very little to back him up. There we go, and now on to, and Diva leaves. All right, you're right, Jay. Making good time. They've kept pace, never really been stopped after that first push into the, I don't know, brewery, I think this is? Hard to say. All right. Let's see here.
Looking for a hook.
Yeah,
Maybe.
but they see him coming a mile away.
Might get it. Oh, I didn't even look
Oh,
to the
gets her,
side.
gets her. There we go. Maywall comes up, blocks that out. Here comes, oof. Yep, that's a solid Hanzo dragon. Honestly, these dragons have been great all night. You really gotta appreciate it. Carter playing tank now this game. Putting out the damage where he can. Whoop. Locked out by the Maywall.
May doing a great job of utilizing that.
Oof.
You need to keep the failures moving.
Put to sleep. This is where the delay is going to happen. There we, oh, but just not quite in time. Ooh. That, honestly, Jay, that felt unlucky.
Yep. Yep. Looking for some pop shots.
Yep. I mean, they're playing spread out enough, especially this soldier that the right headshot make a difference.
Maybe. Get people low.
So close. Yep.
Ooh.
Dodge.
He exactly what's coming for my soul.
Can she keep it up? Nope, not quite. That's gonna clear. Oh, these fire strikes. These fire strikes. Being sneaky,
Looking for the C9.
but it's not gonna happen, I think.
Hoping the team gets out of position.
Uh,
Gonna get impatient.
Yep. Ooh, and it's taken up before he can even teleport back. That's too bad. Ooh, did you know that this is actually, I guess, Carter's favorite ball map?
Was that?
Yeah. Here comes the Manor ball. Go, Carter, go. Oh my, so many abilities. So much.
Let's go, hamster. Be free.
Every kind of delay that they can manage, but it's not quite enough. And that is going to be game. That is going to be game right there. Well, that's an 0-3 game for Penn Manor, but they always come back next week and give it another go.
Yep. They said they said they're having fun, so
You know, that is
that's the
true.
important thing, and we will see if they can utilize some things that they may or may not have been strong
Mm-hmm.
for next game.
Yeah, for sure. Jay, thanks so much for joining me for the stream tonight.
Of course, always enjoy to.
All right, man. I'll catch you again later.
All right, peace, Penn Manor.
Yeah, Snacky. Cry face. Well, stream. See you again next week. We'll be streaming Junior Varsity's game on Monday, barring any complications. And we look forward to seeing you there.